good afternoon, Nice Girls. Jennifer Delatorre here, creator, founder of Nice Girls Finish Last. And today's live is all about team building. I know many of you are building a business in network marketing, and part of what you do and part of your business is getting other people on board to see the opportunity and to help you grow the business. And as they help grow their own business, of course, your business grows as well, right? So I wanted to talk about this subject because many people, many women entrepreneurs that I speak to have a hard time, first of all, getting somebody on board. That's already hard enough. And then not to be able to keep them on board makes things very difficult. So in my background and my road to entrepreneurship, I've had to create and build and keep teams going and producing. And it's not always easy and it's not always necessarily fun. But it can be. You just have to have the right attitude about it. And I wanted to give you ladies 5 things that you could start to do today, implement them into your business, and help them grow. So if you are joining, please say hello. Let me know if you are watching this live or if you're watching the replay. If you haven't done so already, share and like. And if you are catching this on YouTube and you're watching this replay, make sure to subscribe. So let's get into it. So you know that if you don't get people onto your team, and not just get them on your team, but if you can't keep them on your team, what's gonna happen? You're gonna end up hustling all the time on your own, trying to bring in the income, trying to make those sales, and you wanna be able to leverage your time, right? So it's important that once you finally get somebody to join you and see your vision and see the vision of the company and get them to join your team, you want them to stay. But you don't just want them to stay. You don't just want to be pulling dead weight, right? You want to make sure that they're producing. What good is it to have somebody join your team and then do nothing with their business? It's discouraging, and of course most people won't take accountability, so they'll blame the company, they'll blame the leader, and so on. They might blame you. But we want them to get in and we want them to help them be successful, right? So let's go over some things that you can do right now. If you don't have pen and paper, make sure to grab that. So number 1 is once they are on board, set the expectations right away. What does that mean? That means, what is the first goal that they need to hit? What is the first rank? What is the first level? It needs to be very clear what this is and also how to do it. So before you get into recruiting anybody on your team, there's one thing that you should already know is make sure you know what to do. Make sure you know what steps you need to take when you get on board. And if you didn't know and you joined, you've been sitting there for a couple months until you figured it out, make sure you document what worked and what helped you get your first goal and what did you do on a day-to-day basis. So you have to make sure that as soon as you get somebody in, they need to know what is the first thing that they need to do. What is the first thing they need to push for? Number 2, keep it simple. It needs to be simple steps that they need to do. What should they be doing each day? What should they be doing each week to make sure that their business continues to grow? If they don't know these things, they are going to kind of just run around like a chicken with their head cut off. They're not going to do anything that's actually productive. They're going to waste a lot of time maybe blasting messages online and you know, that annoying inboxing people with paragraphs like, hey, you look great, join my team. You know, just a lot of wasted effort. There is no point in having them do this because they're going to get frustrated and they're going to see that no money's coming in. They're going to see that their business isn't any further than, you know, it was when they started. And that's disappointing and that's going to cause them to quit. And now you've got to recruit somebody all over again. And again, it's already difficult to get somebody to see the opportunity. And once they join to just fall off, like what good is that? Hey Gina, how are you today? So make sure to keep it simple. Make sure they know what steps they need to take in order to hit that first goal or in order to reach out to somebody and find a new lead, find a new prospect, make a sale, all of that. So keep it simple and make sure they understand what it is. Number 3, accountability. Inspect what you expect. So many people fail at this, but it all boils down to good leadership. If I ask you as a team member to do XYZ, do I then follow up with you and see if you in fact did it? Or do I just hope that you did it and don't really want to bother you and just let you go on your day? People get busy, people get distracted, people get lazy, and they don't do what they're supposed to do. And if you care about them on your team, then you want them to hit that first rank. You want them to make that first commission check. You want them to do blah, blah, blah. You know what you want them to do. So you have to make sure that you inspect what you expect them to do. If you don't expect them to do anything. There are people that can get up and go and make things happen on their own. And then there's people that just, they need that motivation, they need that push. And you can kind of figure out right away who those people are when they join your team and who's not. So make sure that if you have a new team member, and it's not like you're being their boss. Some people feel like, oh, well, I'm just being too pushy. This is their business. They don't need a job. Yeah, I get all that. But you need to make sure that you are helping them succeed. That is your responsibility for getting them in the business to begin with. It's not just, hey, welcome aboard, good luck to you, go out there and be somebody. You need to make sure that they're successful, right? All right, so accountability. Don't forget to inspect what you expect them to do. Number 4, and this is very important, recognition. Recognition doesn't even have to cost you $1. Thanks for the likes, guys. So it could be something small, it could be something large. You know, a few years back when I was running my call center, one of the things that I did is I had what was called the winner's circle. And I had these, like a charm bracelet, but it wasn't the typical ones you see where, you know, little charms hang off of it. It was a little more of a solid stainless steel bracelet. Anyways, you could still pick different charms to attach to it. And so I had what was called the winner's circle. So every time somebody earned a new stone for the week or whatnot, hit that quota, I made sure to put them in our monthly newsletter. I put a picture out there. We congratulated this woman and so on and so forth. So you could do that by giving them a small gift. You could do that by not spending any money at all and just doing a shout out online and make a cool picture of them and post it and tag everybody on your team so they know that Samantha just earned whatever, diamond level or whatever your levels are or whatever it may be. Or even, they may not be levels of the company, it may just be your own personal ones that you've come up with for your team to hit. And so you show them recognition because people want to get pumped up and know that their efforts are not, you know, going unnoticed. And it makes them feel good. And when you feel good, what do? You go out there and you work even harder, right? Whether you're in a job, whether you're in a school, whether it's your child, that's just how it is. If you're like pumping yourself up and patting yourself on the back, that's great too, but it always helps to have people that you know are supporting you and happy for your success. So make sure you show that recognition. And number 5, last but not least, and some of you may hate me for saying this, especially if you are one of these people, but come on guys, forget your upline. I know that sounds harsh and bold, but here's what I mean by that. You got them in. These people joined the team for you and for the vision and for what they could create for themselves. They didn't join it for Susie up top, who's known in the company as some big shot, some wonderful person. They didn't join it for her. They joined it for themselves. They joined it for you, and they're looking up to you. So when I say forget your upline, what I mean is don't just get them in and then pass them off to whoever's above you and hope that they keep your team member accountable, that they keep your team member up to date on the goals, the levels, the commissions, the bonuses. No. You need to speak to them directly. You need to let them know what's going on. You need to let them know what they need to do, how to do it, and so on and so forth. So they need to be coming to you, and you need to take that responsibility of reaching out and speaking to them and making sure that you communicate well with them. Do not get them in and get lazy and think, oh, I did my job, and then hope that the people above you will take care of it because they're so impressive. No, they care about you and why you got them in there and what you're gonna do to help them, right? And you are more, what's the word that I want to say? You're there and they can reach out to you much easier than they can reach out to whoever's above you and whoever may not be as available as you are. So those are the 5 things. If you're watching this late, watch the replay and make sure you get the first few steps. And ladies, I mentioned yesterday and I wanted to bring it up today, I had restarted our Nice Girls monthly membership. These are for women entrepreneurs who are having trouble kickstarting their businesses, want to get it off the ground, not sure how to do it. and they're tired of just kind of making things up as they go or doing the old school ways of, home parties and three-way calls and reaching out to strangers at Target in the checkout line. If you are tired of that and you want to know what real business strategy is, what marketing is, sales, the psychology behind it, how to keep your team motivated, and you want constant tools and guidance like that on a month-to-month basis, then join the Nice Girls Monthly membership. You'll receive access to a private group of ours. You will also receive a written, typed out newsletter to you with tips and strategies that you can use every month, and a training audio every month. And the bonuses for Cyber Monday, which actually does end before midnight tonight, is that anybody enrolled with the monthly membership gets the Kickstart program for free. So if you have not gotten the Kickstart program, and that's a $97 value, just so you know, you get it for free if you sign up for the monthly membership, which is only $27 a month, and you can cancel at any time. So if you think that that's something that you need and you are serious about really kickstarting your business and having that constant guidance so that you don't fall off track and start doing any and everything just because you're in desperate mode to bring in sales or grow your team, then make sure you reach out to me and find out how to join that. Hey Cynthia, how's it going? So anyways, thanks for watching. If you are catching the replay, say hello, give me a like, and if you're watching from YouTube, make sure you subscribe, and I'll talk to you ladies soon.